Here is your Radio Theater Channel weekly podcast for download. The RTC still has the very best old-time radio on the live streaming. And if it's music you love, tune in to the RTC Music Channel, where this link and many others are on our website at oldtimeradiolisten.com. Now, here's Jim.
Hello and welcome to the RTC Weekly Download. I'm your host, Jim Dolan. This week we have an hour of laughs and some Western action too. Start off with the laughs. Bob Hope. And then in about 30 minutes time, we have Frontier Gentleman. It's an hour of good listening. Now sit down and enjoy.
The American Dairy Association, the nation's dairy farmers, present the Bob Hope Show, transcribed direct from the Veterans Administration Hospital in Long Beach, California, with Les Brown and his band of renown. For the American Dairy Association, whose dairy farmers produce the world's finest family of delicious, healthful foods, yours truly, Bill Goodwin. Our singing star, Margaret Whiting. Our special guest, Esther Williams. And here he is, Bob Hope.
Thank you very much. Here I am, ladies and gentlemen, for the American Dairy Association, which sends you Christmas greetings for the entire year and me for 30 minutes. Yes, sir? The dairy farmers of America are really grateful to the American public for their support, and they've asked me to tell you that as long as you keep consuming milk, they'll be in there pulling for you. A couple of my sponsors don't know it, but today I'm so full of Christmas spirit that I went out today and hung sleigh bells on all their cows. I won't say where, but tomorrow morning a couple of milkers are going to be Swiss bell ringers. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're at the Long Beach Veterans Hospital, which is about 25 miles south of Los Angeles as the crow flies, and about 20 miles south of Santa Anita as the doe flies. But over 2,000 veterans call this place home. At least that's what they call it when the nurses are within earshot. Nurse, that's a girl in a white uniform who can take your temperature and give you one, both at the same time. To give you an idea how cute the nurses are in this hospital, somebody hung a bunch of mistletoe in surgery, and they had to operate on one poor guy twice. Once to cure what was wrong with him, and once to get his lips unpuckered. These nurses are so cute, they even had to put a speed limit on wheelchairs here. Everybody wants a ricochet romance. But really, this is a great place, and I wish you could all see this gorgeous auditorium we have here. And I asked Colonel McBrien what time I could put on my show for the patients. He said, right after dinner, Hope. That's the usual time for their sedative. Anyway, it's wonderful to be down here at Christmas and sharing the fun. The cooks here went all out for Christmas. They wanted to give the boys a white Christmas, so they bleached the beans. I'm kidding. Actually, they had a wonderful turkey dinner and topped it all off with a flaming dessert. Flaming dessert. That's better set fire to it, Max. Somebody goofed. But it's Christmas time, and all Hollywood has gotten into the Christmas spirit. Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart hung a light in their window. Gracie Allen and Georgie Burns hung a light in their window, and Alice Faye hung Phil Harris in their window. And naturally, Santa came to Hollywood. He went to Red Skelton's house and left the joke book. Then he went to Les Brown's house and left a clarinet. Then he went to Marilyn Monroe's house and never left. That's his Santa baby for this year. But my wife has been hinting for a mink coat, so I had to do something about it. I gave her 2 minks and a book titled The Virtue of Patience. I didn't do very well this Christmas. Very well. I hung up my stocking. When I went to look in it, foot powder. But I got a few gifts. The boys in the band gave me some cologne. You've heard of Taboo. This is called Babalu. You don't sprinkle it on. Desi Arnaz comes around, sprays you with a perforated maracas. I won't say it has a powerful scent, but as I was driving past Griffith Park, 2 skunks came out of the trees and yoo-hooed at me. Say, I'm I'm glad to know you had a good Christmas, Bill, and that big smile tells me you're still brimming over with a Christmas spirit.
It's been a great holiday, Bob. Lots of presents, all the butter-baked turkey I could eat, and plenty of eggnog. Now, to my mind, there's the perfect holiday beverage, eggnog. It's easy, fast, and tastes so wonderful. All you do is pick up bottles or cartons of ready-to-serve eggnog at your food store, or have your milkman deliver to your door. Add your favorite hospitality flavoring, and you've got the perfect wintertime beverage, ready to hand your guests in only a couple of minutes from the time the doorbell rings. Let the youngsters enjoy eggnog, too, sometimes flavored with chocolate or fruit juices. Eggnog is so nutritious, rich with all the goodness of milk. Make the most of this holiday season and all your at-home occasions this winter. Serve easy, speedy eggnog.
And say, Bill, did you remind the folks to turn in those empty milk bottles?
Oh, say, that's right, Bob. Folks, because of the current emergency situation, please return your milk bottles so that no one will have to do without. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that you've all had a wonderful Christmas. Now, Bob spent the morning at his home in North Hollywood, and up till noon he wasn't quite sure whether he'd had a good Christmas or not.
Let's see. Carry the 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 5. Total adds up to $112.19. What a cheap bunch of relatives I've got. They spent exactly the same amount on presents for me as I spent on theirs.
Well, Bob, have you got it figured out yet?
Yeah, Bill, adding up all the presents I received and all the presents I gave out on the whole deal, I lost 72 cents.
You lost 72 cents?
Yeah, if I hadn't given Crosby a present, I'd have broken even.
Well, gee, you certainly didn't plunge on Bing's gift, did you? What'd you get for him?
Oh, it was very nice, Bill. I gave him an apparently gold watch with 6 apparently genuine diamonds.
Now, just a moment. Is that the kind of stuff you give Bing? Something that's apparently genuine?
Well, it matches his hair.
Listen, Rob, what did Bing give you?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Oh, why? What did he give you?
A lifetime membership in an exclusive golf club.
Well, that sounds terrific.
Yeah, but what a club. The Penguin and Blubber Country Club of Nome, Alaska.
The Penguin and Blubber Country Club?
Yeah, nice club. You don't tip the caddy, you just rub noses.
You could pay him from here.
Yes. Careful, Bill. You can be replaced with a slice of Don Wilson, you know.
Say, Bob.
Yeah, Maggie?
I thought we were going to the Veterans Hospital in Long Beach. Hadn't we better be leaving pretty soon?
Yeah, Maggie. We'll leave as soon as Esther Williams gets here.
Oh, is she going to be in our program tonight?
Yeah. Esther Williams. Yep.
You like her?
Yep.
Her husband is 6'6" and weighs 220.
Yipe. Why do the prettiest flowers always have the biggest fence around them?
Well, gee, Bob, what if Esther's husband were just a little undernourished shrimp?
Yeah.
You wouldn't try to take advantage of the situation, would you?
That, I'm happy to say, is the story of my life. Anyway, Esther will be along in any minute. Just sit down and make yourselves at home, huh?
Hey, Bob, I see you've got some Christmas cards you haven't even opened yet.
Oh, I don't have to open these, Bill. I can tell who they are just by the fragrance. I'll show you. This one's from Ava Gardner.
Oh. Well, who's this one from?
This is Betty Grable.
Well, how about this one?
Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers?
Yeah, he must have had Trigger lick the stamp.
Well, gosh, Bob, everybody certainly remembers you. Gee, you've got presents here from Gary Cooper, Tony Martin, Alan Ladd. There's even a big package from Jack Benny.
No, that's my laundry. We have a trade agreement. Jack does my wash and I iron his toupee. By the way, Mag, how'd you like the present I sent you?
Oh, I meant to thank you, Bob. Gee, it's wonderful.
Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, but it is. What other girl in town has a gift certificate for a box of Dr. Scholl's corn pads?
Well, they're very handy, Maggie. They're great for sealing up beehives, or you can stick 2 or 3 of them together and make a nice pot holder. For your agent. I'm sending you another... And I'm sending you another present, Maggie. A product my brother Jack puts out. It's a guaranteed lipstick.
What's it guaranteed for?
3 games of post office with a civilian or a trip with a Marine through the Tunnel of Love. Hey, this must be Esther now. I'll get it.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Well, come on in. Esther, well done. Gee, honey, you look terrific.
Well, thank you, Bob.
No, I mean it. You're the answer to every guy's dream. You know you're a natural beauty?
Aren't you taking a lot for granted? How do you know I'm a natural beauty?
Honey, when I see a body by Fisher, I don't ask who made the hubcaps. Esther, you know Margaret Whiting.
Oh, we're old friends. Hi, Esther. Hello, Maggie.
May I introduce myself, Miss Williams? I'm Bill Goodwin, the announcer on this show, and Bob's right-hand man.
Down, Rover.
Well, I feel as though I already know you, Bill. So many of my girlfriends mention you.
Oh, no doubt. I happen to be a great admirer of yours, Miss Williams. The first time I saw you, I said to myself, now there is a girl.
How was that for a lucky guess?
Please, don't be uncouth.
Uncouth? Are those teeth or is your spine coming unraveled? Will you beat it, Bill? I want to talk to Esther.
Okay.
Bob, you shouldn't treat Bill that way. After all, working on your show is his bread and butter.
Yeah, but now he's trying to get in on the dessert. Anyway, Esther, I'm glad... That's all. Anyway, Esther, I'm glad you can be on the program tonight.
I'm glad you invited me.
Well, I'm glad you came.
Well, I'm glad I'm here.
I'm glad you're glad. We're beginning to sound like Liberace looks. By the way, Esther, I just saw your new picture, Easy to Love, with Van Johnson and Tony Martin, and I thought it was just great.
Well, thanks a lot, Bob.
Miss Williams, I saw your picture, too. The color was superb. The swimming scenes were magnificent. The wide screen was terrific. The acting was absolutely...
Bill, boy, I don't mind you raving about Esther's picture on my time, but did you happen to catch my picture, Here Come the Girls?
Yeah. Those romantic scenes with Van and Tony were sensational. Gosh, even now I can feel a chill running up and down my spine.
You should. I'm holding a knife at your back. You know, Esther, I'm surprised you didn't have me as your leading man in your picture. We could have made some wonderful love scenes together.
Well, I was very happy working with Van Johnson. Why should I switch to you?
Well, why not?
Well, Bob, when you're riding the Super Chief, who transfers to the Glendale bus? I'm only kidding, Bob. I think you're a wonderful leading man. I'm sure you can be very romantic.
Do you think so, really?
Can you look at a pretty girl and put into words exactly what you're thinking?
Oh, I'd be afraid to do that.
Why, Bob?
Well, it sounds so different in court. I just thought you'd like to make a picture with me, Esther, because I happen to be a champion swimmer, too.
You're a champion swimmer?
Oh, yes. In fact, I once swam from here to Catalina in 22 hours and back in 2.5 minutes.
Well, how'd you do that?
My garter was caught in the pier. And you should see me do a high dive.
I have, Bob.
You have, really?
Mm-hmm. I saw you do a high dive in a pool at Palm Springs last week, and I'll never forget it. You dove with your arms spread out, and a little old lady said, "Look, Lockheed is making them without motors."
Hey, Bob, we better get started for Long Beach.
Yeah, come on, everybody. Say, my car's in the shop, so I'll ride with you, Esther.
Oh, I didn't bring my car, Bob. My husband dropped me off.
Oh, Big Ben? Well, we can both ride with Maggie or Bill, huh?
Oh, I didn't bring my car.
Me neither.
Well, never mind. Here comes a cab. Oh, taxi!
Gee, Bob, it's 30 miles to Long Beach, and cabs are very expensive.
Oh, well, don't give it a second thought, Esther. You're with Bob Hope now. Pile in, everybody. Oh, driver!
Yes, sir?
Take us to the nearest bus stop. Here's Margaret Whiting singing It's Christmas Time Again. Go, Mag. Mark.
Snowflakes falling, church bells calling, it's Christmas time again. Fires lighted, kids excited, it's Christmas time again. Now Santa's sleigh is on its way with candy canes and toys and wonderful things that Santa Claus brings to good little girls and boys. Candle glow and mistletoe, it's Christmas time again. Carols sung and stockings hung, it's Christmas time again. There's a tree to trim, our glasses brim with love and joy and cheer. To all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. There's a tree to trim, our glasses brim with love and joy and cheer. To all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You know, during the holiday week, Mom likes to take some time off, too. And believe me, she's entitled to it. Now, one way is to let folks fix their own sandwiches. Big, fat slices of turkey or ham, and, of course, a generous spread of butter. All good sandwiches begin with butter, you know, and it's that wonderful flavor of butter which glorifies the taste of the turkey. So, whenever you set out the makings for sandwiches, be sure you have the butter where folks can help themselves. Butter brightens the flavor of every food it touches. And now we continue with our show from the auditorium of the Long Beach Veterans Hospital. Hey, isn't this a wonderful place, Bob?
Oh, it sure is, Bill. And as Esther Williams just found out, these guys have really got the Christmas spirit.
Why? What happened?
Esther stood under the mistletoe and 200 bed patients became ambulatory.
I've been having a wonderful time talking to these fellas, Bob. I never realized this was such a big place.
And that's the idea, Esther.
What do you mean?
Well, it's spread out so much you have to get well before you can come here. Have you been around looking the place over?
Yes, and I've met some of the doctors and nurses. You know, there are really some cute nurses here.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of romance in a place like this, Esther. This is sort of a Shangri-La with fog.
Really, Bob?
Anybody that finds a hospital tonight deserves it. The whole town's on instruments. But anyway, I want to say, you know, Esther, the boys recuperating in this hospital come from all parts of the country. Why don't we take them on a quick trip and show them what's going on in other places on Christmas Day?
That's a wonderful idea, Bob. Let's do it.
First, let's see what Christmas is like back in the mountain country.
Paul! Hey, wake up, Paul. It's Christmas again. Paul, it's Christmas, 1953.
53? What happened to Christmas 52?
Oh, Paul, that's gone. You know, you look so tired, I just hung up a wreath on your nose and let you sleep. Merry Christmas, Paul.
Oh, same to you, Daisy Mae, Francie Lou, Springtime and the Rockies Bell. Think we're overdoing it?
Christmas Day like it is, Paul, you ought to do it up.
I did do it up.
You did?
Yep, I did it. Don't know what else I can do less than I take a bath, and I ain't gonna do that after what happened last time.
What happened last time you took a bath, Paul?
Oh, I'd been killing off Hatfields for 50 years. When I got the dirt off, I found out I was one of them.
Hey, Paul, you got a Christmas present for me?
Huh?
You know I ain't the whining kind, but I sure need a new dress, Lum.
Yep, you sure do, Abner.
Abner?
You need a dress, and I need glasses. So you want to pretty up with a lot of feminine fripperies, do you?
Well, a gal has dreams, Paul. Seems like even a little old Passler mountain trash like me ought to have something for Christmas, if and I wantin'.
Okay, I'll get you something for Christmas, if and you wantin' it. If and you wantin' it, I'll gettin' it, if and you wantin' it, if'n. Don't try to out-hillbilly me. I know Tennessee Ernie personally. All right, Ma. You talked me into it. For a present, I'll give you a pig for your very own. Real live pig for you. Just you. How's that?
A pig?
Yeah.
If and there's one thing I don't want, Paul, it's a darn filthy, stupid-looking pig.
Why not, Ma?
Well, look at the mirror on this wall, Paul, and the marriage license on the other wall. I already got one.
And now let's go to the nation's capital in the White House and look in to see how the President and Mrs. Eisenhower spent Christmas.
Oh, Ike, it's a wonderful Christmas.
Oh, it sure is, Mamie, especially for Republicans. That's about it, isn't it, huh? After 20 years, we're finally in the White House.
How does it feel, dear?
I can't tell you, but Tony Bennett isn't the only stranger in paradise.
Ike, what was that?
It's nothing. It always happens on windy nights.
Well, anyway, Ike, it's been a lovely Christmas. We got some beautiful cards and telegrams.
Yes, except this one strikes a sad note. He felt so sure he was going to be elected, then he lost out.
Oh. Who's it from? Adlai?
No, Jack Dempsey.
And what lovely Christmas presents we got, dear.
Yeah, I got a fishing pole and 600 dozen golf balls.
600 dozen golf balls?
Oh, it's not too many. I have plans.
Oh. Well, what are you going to do with them all?
Well, I'll keep a couple of dozen to play with.
Yes?
And I'm going to scatter the rest on Senator McCarthy's front porch.
That was wonderful, Bob. Where to now?
Well, Esther, almost everyone in the world celebrated Christmas today.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and thank you, and you.
Who was that?
King Farouk receiving a present from his harem. But next, Esther, let's go on across the country and see what went on today in New York.
Fine, Bob. Whereabouts in New York are we going?
To the tenement district and the tough kids on the wrong side of the tracks. Hey, Moit.
Yeah, Hyman.
Ain't Christmas wonderful, Moit?
Yeah, it's swell, Hyman.
Gee, it makes me feel so good and so warm inside I could slug you.
Yeah?
In fact, I think I will slug you. Merry Christmas to you, Moit.
Gee, thanks. And a Merry Christmas to you, Hyman.
Well, I can always use them for banjo picks.
Hey there, Hyman. What'd your folks give you for Christmas, huh?
Nothing.
What'd you give your folks?
Nothing.
What'd your old lady give your pop?
Nothing.
What'd he give her?
Nothing.
Gee, don't you folks like Christmas?
Yeah, we like Christmas. We just don't like each other.
Ah, Hyman, didn't you get nothing for Christmas?
My old man tried to do some Christmas shopping, but he couldn't.
He couldn't do any Christmas shopping. How about at night?
That's when he tried to do it, but the cops caught him. They caught him down in the basement of the 5 and 10. Now he's up the river doing 10 to 20.
Gee, I'm so glad you come over, Hyman. It's nice sitting here together.
Yeah, your folks have sure got a fancy apartment, Moit.
Yeah, you like it, huh?
Yeah, what's that room without the door?
Oh, that's where the bathtub is. Pa took the door off.
Why?
Well, when he's taking his bath, he don't want to miss nothing on television.
That's what I like about your folks, Moit. They're ritzy. Hey, Moit.
Yeah?
You ain't mentioned my new suit.
It's real sharp,
Yeah, it's
Hoym.
one of them drape suits.
Drape suits, huh?
Yeah, my old lady made it from the ones in the parlor.
Hey, Hoym, I got some news for you.
Yeah?
She should have taken the curtain rods out.
I'd slug you again if I could spare the teeth. You know, Moit, being all dressed up makes me feel like that song, Rags to Riches.
Rags to riches.
Ain't you heard it?
Nah.
I'll sing it to you. This suit is kind of tight for singing in, but I guess I can do it. Listen. I know I'd go from rags to riches.
Hey, what do you know, Hoym? You're back to rags again.
Yeah, now I got a split personality.
Hey, shh, Hoym. I didn't tell my father we had a date tonight, and I think I hear him moving around upstairs.
Daughter, what is that down there? Mice?
No, Pa. It's Hoym and Hope.
Oh, rats.
Hey, Hoym. Here he comes. He's coming downstairs.
What does he want with me, that old coot?
Hey, what'd you say, young man?
I said your daughter's a beaut.
I want to speak to you about that, young man. You've been calling on my daughter for 8 years now, and I don't know what your intentions are, but I doubt it.
Pa, come on already. Please leave Hoyman alone.
You hide her.
Maybe you better go home, huh, Hoym?
Okay, but you come out in the hall with me, huh? Gosh, it's dark out here, Moit. Hold still, I'll kiss you goodnight. Hey, that didn't feel like I kissed you, Moit. It felt like somebody else.
Say, Bob.
Yeah.
Bob, as we close our last show of the year, let's pause a moment to think about the ways in which the American Dairy Association touches our lives. You know, it's pretty hard to imagine just what our country would be like with no eggnog or butter cookies at Christmas time, no ice cream cones, no cream for our coffee or milk to drink. Through the natural richness of this great land of ours, these millions of dairy farmers who make up the American Dairy Association make it possible for us to enjoy all the genuine dairy foods which fill such an important place in our lives.
Yeah, let me add a holiday greeting from these members of the American Dairy Association as they extend their best wishes for a glorious holiday season to all our listeners. May the rich blessings of a happy home and the rewarding glow of warm friendships enrich your lives. May this holiday season and the year to come be the finest you have ever known. That is the sincere wish of all of us in the American Dairy Association. Oh, thanks for the memory of Christmas here today in the good old USA. It's peace on earth, goodwill toward men in our old old-fashioned way. And we thank you so much. I want to thank Esther Williams very much for bringing these boys a lot of happiness out here. Also, Les Brown and his band, Margaret Whiting, Jimmy Wakely, Guy Mitchell, Taylor Maids, Bobby Brand, David Dyer, Joe Graydon. They're all out here with us today, along with a lot of Paramount starlets, Joan Taylor, Marla English, Francie Higgins, Rita Sullivan, Marion Ross, Gene Shores, Randy Farr, Joni Paris, Pat Blake, all these people out here, Long Beach Hospital, along with Bill Goodwin, to just sort of bring these boys a little laugh here and there. And to the boys here at Long Beach, Veterans Hospital, for making us welcome once again. You know, this becoming an annual affair with us, we hope you've enjoyed our Christmas show just as half as much as we'd enjoyed putting it on for you. Got a little of that turkey in my eye tooth. I couldn't see what I was talking about. Now, we really consider it a great privilege to celebrate this Christmastide with you fellas, who've given so much in our struggle to make a living reality the great ideal of peace on earth, goodwill toward all men. We haven't attained our goal as yet, but with the example of courage and strength set by men like you, we will surely carry on until we do. Merry Christmas and good night.
Be sure to listen to the Bob Hope Show next week from Hollywood with our special guest, Lorraine Day. Esther Williams can soon be seen in MGM's Easy to Love. The American Dairy Association, the nation's dairy farmers, have brought you the Bob Hope Show, an NBC Radio Network production, written by Norman Sullivan and Charles Stewart, transcribed direct from the Veterans Administration Hospital in Long Beach, California. Remember, butter brightens the flavor of every food it touches.
Now let's take a moment to listen to Steve Allen. Music is poetry.
Right now, we've got an old friend that you've been asking to hear, a brilliant young fellow who's attracting lots of attention with his own fine show. We're very happy to have him with us tonight, Steve Allen.
Thank you very much. Hello, gang and Jack. I hear you and Margaret are planning a big singing tour, huh?
Yeah, and are we excited? Boy, we're both going off in a tizzy.
Yeah? I hope it's a tizzy built for two.
Steve, did you ever take a long boat trip?
Yeah, I sure did, Margaret. It was really exciting, too. My girl came down to the dock loaded down with candy and magazines. And as the boat pulled out, there she stood, eating candy and reading the magazines. But I prefer to stick close to home. I love Los Angeles.
Well, it's a great place. You know, on a clear day in Los Angeles, you can see Catalina.
Mm-hmm. That's something I've always wanted to see.
Catalina?
No, a clear day in Los Angeles. It is a wonderful town, though, Margaret. You know, these days you can see so many fascinating things. Lots of them are wearing shorts, too, you know. Now, crossing Vine Street just now, I saw a gorgeous blonde. I wound up with an advanced fracture.
You got hit by a car?
No, I made an advance and she fractured me. But really, Jack, there's so many beautiful hunks of construction walking around here, a man doesn't know which way to drool, you know?
Well, I just can't catch them all.
True, and I've written a stirring poem about this problem.
A poem? Oh, do quote.
I shall. I wish I was a birdie high in the sky with eyes that could see from top to bottom. So when the girls came walking by, I could quickly spot them.
Oh, that was beautiful. Really beautiful. They don't write poems like that anymore.
Now you know why.
See, you know, you're right. People don't write poetry anymore. What's happened to all our great poets?
Well, Margaret, if they have real talent these days, I mean, a gift for beautiful words and chanting passages, they're writing song lyrics. This means something to me, and I'd like to put my scruff back in my underwear and talk to you a minute about the thing. That's a fact. The days of the Shakespeares and the Keats and the Shelleys are gone. Because today the men who could be writing poetry, as I said, they're writing the lyrics of popular songs. But I feel that if you look into the lyrics of some of these songs, there you can find real poetry. Please. No, this is sacred to me. If I may, I'd like to recite as pure poetry a song that's always been a great favorite of mine, came out about a year or so ago, and I want you to forget the music, forget the story of the song, just listen to it for the sheer depths of... Let me go out of the room and come in again. No, I really mean this. And I'd like to recite now, with your kind attention, the lyrics of the song, I'm sure you recall it, very beautiful thing called Love Somebody. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, but I won't say who. Somebody. Yes, I do. Love somebody. Deed I do. Love somebody. Yes, I do. Love somebody, but I won't say who. Isn't that gorgeous? Real beauty there, Margaret and Jack. That's the kind of stuff radio's full of these days.
Yeah, you said it.
Now it's time for the Frontier Gentleman.
Before I left Deadwood in Dakota Territory, I saw the beginning of winter and the end of a man.
Frontier Gentleman. an Englishman's account of life and death in the West. As a reporter for the London Times, he writes his colorful and unusual stories. But as a man with a gun, he lives and becomes a part of the violent years in the new territories. Now, starring John Dehner, this is the story of J.B. Kendall, Frontier Gentleman.
I had seen him several times in Deadwood, a tall, lean, almost cadaverous-looking man, wearing a black frock coat, shiny with age, and trousers which were fraying at the knees. He would walk through the streets, lips moving in soundless words, seemingly oblivious of the turmoil and bustle surrounding him. It was a few days before my departure from Deadwood that I met him, and then, under rather unusual circumstances. I had gone to the gunsmith, Mr. Josiah Mellett, who was repairing some defect in my gun.
Good morning, Mr. Kendall.
Good morning, Mr. Mellett. Is my gun ready?
Yes, sir. It was the pawl spring was mostly the trouble. I replaced the mainspring, too. She was a mite on the weak side. I smoothed the action down some like you asked. Want to see how she feels?
Yes. Yes, very good, Mr. Mellett. Thank you.
Don't see many of those double-action Frontiers. Kind of new on the market. How do you like it?
Very much. Good weight and quite accurate. Oh, I'll need some cartridges.
Box?
2, I think.
So you're pulling out of Deadwood, eh?
In a couple of days.
Going east?
As far as the Missouri. I'll be taking the boat down to St. Louis.
I'd sure like to see that old town again. Been more than 15 years since I was there.
Oh?
Will there be anything else, Mr. Kendall?
No, I don't think so, thank you. How much do I owe you?
Well, let me see now.
I wish to purchase a gun.
Yeah, be with you in a minute, mister.
Please, there's no time. I must have it now.
As soon as I'm through.
You don't understand. There's a man looking for me. He'll kill me.
No, he won't. Not in here, he won't.
You can see
I
him
don't
right
allow
out the
shooting in
window
my
there.
place. Not with all this black powder around. No, sir.
Please.
Now, you just take it easy, mister.
It's all right, Mr. Mellett. I don't mind waiting.
Thank you, sir.
So you want a gun. What kind of a gun?
It doesn't matter. Something with which I can protect myself.
And, mister, you take my advice. You go on up to the marshal's office. Tell him what's what, and he'll give you protection.
No, I wish to buy a weapon.
If you're not used to shooting, it won't do you much good. Mr. Mellett's right.
He's out there waiting for me now. When I leave here, he'll kill me.
Who?
It doesn't matter. I beg you to sell me a gun.
Look here, I think Mr. Mellett's idea is the best. Let me walk with you to the marshal's office.
It wouldn't do any good. You don't know this man. He'll stop at nothing.
Well, I don't mind taking the chance. It's quite possible if he sees you with someone, he won't be as anxious to start shooting.
Yeah, good advice if you ask me. Mister, you're as good as dead if you try throwing lead against a man who knows guns. You wouldn't have a chance.
If you'll just wait a moment while I load.
$3 will about do it, Mr. Kendall.
Right.
Sure hope you have a nice trip. You come back this way, stop by.
Yes, I will.
Well, it smells like we're going to have an early winter. You won't be missing much if we do. It surely can whistle up a mean freeze around here.
Yes, so I've heard. There. $3?
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Yeah. Much obliged.
Thank you, Mr. Mellett.
You know where the marshal's office is at?
Yes, thank you. Goodbye, Mr. Mellett.
You don't mind if I watch from the door, do you?
No, not at all. You see him?
Yes. Across the street.
Ah, yes.
So long.
Thanks again, Mr. Mellett. Do you mind my asking why he wants to kill you?
It's a thing that happened some years ago, a private matter.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr.
Yorby. Thomas Yorby. I'm
Yorby.
Very grateful to you, Mr. Kendall, isn't it?
Yes.
The marshal can't help me. Nobody can. Sooner or later he'll do it. He'll find me, kill me. He swore he would.
Slow down, Mr. Yorby. He's crossing over. Now listen to me. If he starts shooting, lie down.
Morning, preacher. Said your prayers today?
What do you want?
What do you think? You mind standing to one side, mister? I've come a long way to kill this fella.
He's not armed.
Doesn't matter none. Get out of the way.
I don't like murder.
Me neither. But shooting the preacher ain't murder. It's a kindness.
I hate to meddle in a private affair, but Mr. Yorby asked for protection. I feel bound to see him safely to the marshal's office.
I got no quarrel with you.
Nor I with you. But I'm not letting you shoot an unarmed man.
I won't take no chances swapping shots with you, mister. You might just be good enough to beat me. I got too much to live for. You're lucky, preacher. You're lucky you talked this fella into helping you. But he better stay almighty close to your side, because when you're alone, I'm coming looking for you. And next time I'll get you.
From Chrysler Corporation.
The cars that can do in 59, that can do what they look like they can do. They're the cars of the forward look. 59, they can do more than other cars can do. For you, drive the cars that can do. Drive the cars that can do.
Plymouth?
Can do.
Dodge?
Can do.
DeSoto?
Can do.
Chrysler?
Can do.
Imperial?
Can do. The cars that can do in 59, that can do what they look like they can do. They're the cars of the forward look. 59, they can do more than other cars can do. For you.
See the new Plymouth and the new Dodge at your dealers now. See the new DeSoto, Chrysler, and Imperial Friday, October 24th. The cars that can do.
For you.
The stranger was a man of somewhat slight stature, hair graying. As he walked away, I noticed that he had a limp. Then he disappeared into a saloon. My companion, Thomas Yorby, passed a shaking hand across his face.
It would have been better to have had done with it.
Let him kill you?
I'm tired, Mr. Kendall. He'll keep his word. There'll be no rest, no peace for either of us.
Let the marshal take care of it.
No, it's useless. He can't arrest the man for something he hasn't yet done.
But what are you going to do?
Wait for him to find me again.
Why not leave Deadwood? Go somewhere else.
It'd be the same wherever I went. He'll follow. Sooner or later, he'll find me.
Listen to me, Mr. Yorby. I don't know what you've done, but I shan't sleep very well at night unless I do my best to see you're not murdered. I shall be leaving myself in a couple of days. If you wish, you can share my hotel room and travel with me to Fort Pierre.
You have no reason to do this. For all you know, he may have every right to want to kill me.
That's possible. But in the meantime, we better get you off the street before he changes his mind and shoots us both in the back. There.
I envy you.
Oh, I thought you were asleep.
No.
Mr. Yorby, there's one thing I should like to know. That man called you preacher. Are you a minister?
I was.
Oh.
His name is Boyd Greer. I married his sister. She died in Hays City. He blamed me for it. That was 5 years ago.
You say you were a minister?
After the death of my wife, I could no longer preach the gospel. When she was lost to me, I lost faith. I cared about nothing.
Why does Greer blame you?
He was against my taking her to Hayes. It was a rough town. I wanted to preach there. She insisted upon going with me. There was trouble with shooting. She died.
And he blamed you for that? Huh?
After her death, I left Hayes, wandering, finding enough work to keep myself alive. But wherever I went, always the knowledge that he was looking for me. Now he's found me.
And there's nothing else? Huh?
Yes. It's the thing that keeps me from sleeping in the night. The knowledge that the shooting could have been prevented.
How did she die?
Years ago, there was a young man who had come out of the war knowing only how to kill. He joined other young men who had the same emptiness of purpose. They drifted to Arizona Territory and on north into Kansas. The young man was called the Tarigo Kid. He knew how to use a gun. The others followed him. Then one day he heard an old man, a preacher. He heard the words, and he knew that his life was meaningless. He threw away the gun. He swore never to use it again. He studied with that old man, and he learned about good. He became a preacher and met a woman who loved him.
You were the Tarigo Kid.
In Hayes City, I was with my wife preaching in a saloon. She had a sweet voice, sang the hymns. Then somebody recognized me. There were words. It happened so quickly. A gun was put into my hand, and there was shooting. When it was finished, the man who knew me was dead, and she was dead, too. I threw down the gun and ran away.
Does Greer know about the Tarigo Kid?
He found out.
When you came to the gunsmith shop to buy a gun, you were going to kill him?
I couldn't. I knew I couldn't. That's why I let you talk me out of it.
If you had a gun?
He would be dead now. I'd rather die myself than that.
Stay here.
Where are you going?
To find Greer.
He won't listen to you. Why should he?
I don't know, but he might.
It's better if I face him myself alone and stop running. I've sinned. I used to think that turning to the Bible would cleanse me, but how could it? I have yet to complete payment for my sins. Perhaps my death will be an atonement.
I don't think so. Will you stay in the room?
All right, Mr. Kendall. I'll stay.
I left the hotel and walked back to Main Street to where I'd seen Greer go into the saloon. I found him there, sitting at a table in a dark corner, staring moodily into a glass of whiskey.
Is he hiring guns now?
No. I came to talk.
I have nothing to say to you.
Are you drunk?
No. I can't get drunk.
If you kill him, will it bring back your sister?
She'll rest easier.
Will you?
He lied. Coming into the house, that oily tongue, preaching about God, and all the time knowing what he'd been, what he was.
Man can change.
Not him. My sister was a nice girl. Pretty. She could have married a decent man, had kids. She could be alive today. He killed her as sure as if he shot her himself. Taking her to Hayes, throwing lead.
Yes, he told me about it. Maybe he wasn't to blame.
You finished what you come to say?
He was going to buy a gun and shoot it out with you. He didn't.
Gun shy.
No. He says he could kill you in a gunfight. I'm inclined to believe that he could.
You'll never get the chance.
Seems to me you're taking a lot on yourself, sitting in judgment.
There isn't anybody else to do it. The law won't.
The law might be more just.
The law's wrong.
And what does the law say about a man who kills in cold blood?
It's execution. There's the difference.
All right. Now I'll tell you something. I don't think you'll do it.
Don't you push me too hard, mister. I might take my chances with you first.
I'll make it easy for you. He's in my hotel room. I'll take you there. I won't interfere. If you think you can pull the trigger, do so. I say you won't, because you know it'll be murder, and they'll hang you for it.
You lead the way, mister.
Of all leading filters, cigarettes, Kent Filter's best. Kent Filter's best. It makes good sense when you smoke Kent. Kent Filter's best. Of all of the brands of cigarettes, Kent tastes the best. Kent tastes the best. A richer taste than all the rest. Kent Filter's best. It makes good sense when you smoke Kent. Of all leading filter cigarettes, Kent Filter's best.
The sky was overcast as we walked up the main street of Deadwood to the hotel. There was a chill in the air, and the steep slopes on either side of the road closed in over us, oppressive, dark. After talking to Greer, seeing him, I had reasoned that in my presence he would not kill his brother-in-law, even if given the chance. It was a risk, but the risk of allowing the two men to meet alone was greater. We walked down the shadowy hallway to my room.
Where is he?
Well, I left him here.
You make a move for your gun, mister, and I'll kill you. You and the preacher, mighty fancy play you're making.
There's no trick. I thought he'd be here.
Maybe he stepped out, huh? Then he'll come in and plug me in the back? All right. Just wait. When he shows his face in that door, I'm going to blow it off for him.
We waited 10 minutes, 20, an hour. There was no sound. Through the window, I could see a few flakes of snow drifting down through the trees. It was cold in the room. Then I heard steps outside in the hallway. Greer heard them, too. Motioned to me for silence.
Come on in, preacher. Funny thing. I've been sitting here kind of savoring the time when you'd come through that door and I'd put a bullet in your head. Now you're here, I want to watch your face. I want to hear you howl before I do it. Your pal. He figured to get me in here so you and him could finish me off, huh?
Shoot. Get it over with.
No hurry. No hurry at all. Where you been?
I went down to the stage station. But I knew I could never run far enough. So I came back.
Where you wanted, preacher?
If it'll give you pleasure, shoot me where it'll hurt, so you can hear me scream.
It hurt when she was killed. Why shouldn't it hurt you?
Don't talk anymore. Do it and let me go in peace.
There won't be any peace for you. Not even when you're dead.
You can't have any power over that, boy.
You shut that dirty mouth of yours, you hear?
I'm not afraid now. I know the wrongs I've done. I know it was my fault she died, so go on. Shoot! Shoot!
Shut up! You hear me? I won't listen to that stinking greasy lip of yours like preaching to me, you hear?
Just know this one thing, Boyd. I could have killed you if I'd wanted to carry a gun. I didn't. I don't have to listen anymore. Now shoot or get out.
Next one I don't miss.
I've had enough of this.
You get back where you belong.
Put away the
mister.
gun or I'm going to take it from you.
I'm
Put
telling
it
you.
away.
All this time.
Wasted time.
I've wanted to kill him. Couldn't think of nothing else.
Listen to me, Boyd. I'll never be able to forget. I loved her. Because of me, she's dead. I think I'm sorry you didn't shoot me. Then I wouldn't have to remember.
And that's good. That's a good thing. Mister, I'm obliged to you. I'm much obliged. I ain't looking for you no more, preacher. You walk alone now. And you remember my sister. You remember what you done to her.
Thomas Yorby stood looking at the door for a moment. Then, without a word, he opened it and went out. I watched from my window and saw the tall figure with head bent go out into the cold street, threadbare, shiny coat. He walked away and was lost in a swirl of snowflakes.
If it's new, Plymouth's got it.
Got it.
The 59 Plymouth's got it. If it's new.
If it's new, if it's new.
The 59 Plymouth is at your Plymouth dealers now. It's new, it's wonderful, and it's here. New styling to make your heart sing. Plymouth for 59 has that fine car look. New Fury models at new lower prices. New swivel seats. Swing you in when you enter, swing you out when you leave. New push-button heater, world's simplest temperature control. New Golden Commando V8, biggest engine in the low-price field. New Miramatic mirror, new automatic headlight dimmer, new sport deck, new everything. See the completely new 59 Plymouth. Drive the completely new 59 Plymouth at your Plymouth dealers now.
Frontier Gentleman was written, produced, and directed by Anthony Ellis and stars John Daner as J.B. Kendall. Featured in the cast were Waldo Epperson, Richard Perkins, and Ray Woods. Join us again next week for another report from the Frontier Gentleman. Bud Sewell speaking.
Have been listening to the Radio Theater Channel Weekly Download. Check out our continuous stream at www.otrlisten.com. And join us next week for another Radio Theater Channel Weekly Download.